All right, shalom to the elect of Israel. First, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Wahar, Rakar Kodash, and double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone that taught us this truth. This is Isaiah from GMS London, England. All right, in this video, I want to speak about how the Israelites are above all nations. The Israelites being the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Okay, and are people that are scattered through their fathers, all right, among all the nations, man. Through the seed, the lineage. All right. We're above all these heathen nations because the Lord, has chosen us. We are the Lord's chosen people, man. And I want to read that in Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord, Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahweh Shai, thy power. Okay, so we're a holy people unto the Lord. Okay, and holy means separate. Okay, we're separate from the rest among the heathen. All right, all those other nations, all right, the natural Gentiles, those heathen nations, all right, we're set apart from them. We're not like unto them. All right, the Lord is dealing with us. All right, we're his chosen people. It says, the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, thy power, have chosen thee to be a special people unto himself. All right, so the Israelites are special unto the Lord. All right, if something you have is special, that means that there's not there's not like another that compares to it. That's what it is with the Israelites and these heathen nations. These other nations can't compare to the Israelites. All right, they don't measure up. These heathen nations are on a lower level. Okay, and you can see that just even in the way they conduct themselves. All right, they behave like heathens. How they don't believe in the Lord. They don't live after the manners and the customs and the ways that is pleasing unto the Lord. They don't have the spirit and innovation and the talent. They don't have any of these things, man. But if you're comparing it to the Israelites, because really the Israelites are the ones that have all those blessings. And these heathen nations, they know it, because then when they look at our people, just these athletes or these celebrities, those of our people that are famous in this world for doing great things, or being innovators, or being great entertainers, or being great thinkers, inventors. These heathen nations, they are shocked and they're in awe of our people. All right, whether it's Michael Jackson, Michael Jordan, various people, whoever you want to, say, Mike Tyson, even, all these film stars, sports stars, our people are great people, man, because we're the Lord's people. All right, he's made us special. Right, and these heathens, they can see that, even though they still talk shit, even still that they disrespect. But that's because we're in a low position, man. But we are still the Lord's chosen people. Okay, because look, the point is, it says, the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, thy power, have chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth. So you got these heathen nations that are on the earth, all right, and they're below us. All right, the Israelites are above all the heathen nations. All right, we are superior. The Lord has chosen us to be that way. All right, because that's the Lord's will. It's the Lord that gets all the praise and the glory. All right, because we're his people. All right, and he's made it this way. All right, look, verse 7 says, the Lord did not set his love upon you, nor choose you, because ye were more in number than any people, for ye were the fewest of all people. Okay, so yeah, we were, in our early beginnings, we started off as a small nation. All right, we were the smallest. All right, but the Lord blessed us and multiplied us and had it to where we grew to become the largest nation. All right, but the Lord chose us from before even all of that. Okay, now let's read on. It says, but because the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, loved you, and because he would keep the oath which he had sworn unto your fathers, have the Lord brought you out with a mighty hand and redeemed you out of the house of bondmen from the hand of Pharaoh, king of Egypt. Yeah, because when we was coming out of Egypt, we were smaller in numbers. All right, but we were being oppressed. All right, and we were growing and multiplying. Our numbers were growing, but the Lord did that. All right, to where we became stronger and he built us up. And why is it that we were chosen? Because the Lord loved us. All right, he chose us to be his special people. All right, and the Lord is dealing with that lineage, that chosen line of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob on down to the 12 tribes of Israel. All right, the ones that were delivered from ancient Egypt out of the house of bondage. So that being the case, why is it that we're down and oppressed? Why is it that we're at the bottom of these nations now? But that's punishment, man. All right, because we disobeyed the Lord. All right, this is the book of Amos, chapter 3 and 1. Hear this word that the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, have spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities. Okay, so this is talking to the children of Israel, the Israelites, right? The 12 tribes of Israel, which were delivered from ancient Egypt. The Lord is only dealing with us. He's only known us. All right, so, these other nations, they're not on the level, the same as the Israelites. All right, the Lord is not dealing with them. That's why they, you see their customs are vain. You see how they live, their behaviors and their practices. All right, because they're heathens, man. They worship idols. Okay, and the Lord is not dealing with them. All these other nations are trying to get, all these blessings, trying to get the rulership, trying to get, the power in the earth, trying to get all these, things, but it's not for them. Okay, because the Lord's dealing with his people. All right, who is for? It's for the Israelites. But because the Lord is dealing with us, that's why we were punished. We were brought down, brought under in captivity under our enemies. Okay, it says, you only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquity. So where we went off, where we sinned and transgressed the Lord's laws, he punished us. Just like how a father would punish his son. But it still stands that these other nations are below us, man. And that don't change. Even in their, position of power over us, they're still less than us. They're still inferior. We're, the Israelites are still the superior and, uncomparable, to all these other nations. All right, especially Edom. All right, the so-called white man. That these people, that these Edomites have convinced, and deceived the world into thinking that they're so high and mighty and superior, but they're not. Okay, even in the book of Job, all right, Job cursed them out and, basically put them out there and exposed them for how low that they are. All right, this is the book of Job, chapter 30 and verse 1. It says, but now they that are younger than I have me in derision, whose fathers I would have disdained to have set with the dogs of my flock. Okay. So yeah, that's the thing, because these Edomites, they're the biggest freaks. All right. Into all sorts of disgusting, practices, man. You know, laying with beasts. And Job knew that. All right. He wouldn't even trust them to be around his beasts, you know, his the animals. Okay, because these Edomites, you know, they're just on really no level, man. They're really just like the worst of the heathen. All right, let me get this precept as well, because it shows you that the Lord has brought them into power for, you know, for a certain amount of time, but, you know, for a reason, man. All right, and these Edomites, they ain't going to be on top of us forever. All right, this is the book of Daniel chapter 4 and verse 17. It says, "This matter is by the decree of the watchers and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and setteth up over it the basis of men." All right, so these Edomites, they're ruling the whole world, all right, and it's been given into their hands. Okay, the Lord has allowed them to come into power. But it says that they are the basis of men. They're at the bottom of the nations. They're the lowest of the low. And that shows the power of the Lord, because he's put the lowest of the low and the most base, bottom, low-level nation above the best nation. Okay, above the elite level nation, which is the Israelites. All right, these Edomites are over us. We're in their system, working their jobs, going to their shops. All right. And that's because the Lord had that punishment upon us, man, for our iniquities. But just like how the Lord gives the kingdom to who he decides, in the end, the Lord's going to give the kingdom, you know, the everlasting kingdom, to his people, the Israelites, starting with the elect. All right. And let me get another precept, just showing you further what the Lord thinks about these heathens, man. All right, this is Isaiah chapter 40 and verse 15. It says, "Behold, the nations are as a drop of a bucket, and are counted as the small dust of the balance. Behold, he taketh up the isles as a very little thing." All right, so the nations are as a drop of a bucket. So if you got a bucket that you're carrying filled with, you know, water or whatever, and you spill a drop, you're looking at that drop as insignificant. You got a whole bucket and you know, spilled a drop, you know, you're not going to be concerned about that. Okay, that's how these nations are, man. The Lord sees these nations as like that value, like worthless, because really their whole purpose is to be serving the Israelites, to be building up the kingdom for the Israelites, to be following after the ways of the Israelites, to be under our rule. All right, these nations are small and you know, low level, man, and they really, you know, they need to be ruled. They're going to be ruled over, but they're ruling over us because that's a part of our punishment, man, especially these Edomites. But they're so proud, they think they're going to rule, you know, forever. After all the evil and wickedness that they've done, they think they're still going to continue their rule, but the Lord is going to bring them into judgment, man. So I'm going to close with this last precept. All right, this is Lamentations chapter 4 and verse 21. It says, "Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz." All right, referring to the Edomites. All right, Edom means red, and that's these Edomites, so-called white people. All right, it's saying rejoice and be glad. All right, this is your time to rule. This is your moment. You're living in your blessing, so you live it up before it, you know, the end comes. All right, because it's closer than you think. All right, it says, "The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken and shalt make thyself naked." Yeah, so you're going to be exposed. All right, you're going to be exposed all angles, every way. All right, because all the wickedness and evil that you've done on the earth to get to the place you're at now, that's all being exposed. All right, the slavery, the deception, the robbery, the bloodshed. All right, all that wickedness that you've done and continue to do. All right, is gonna come back to haunt you, man. Because that's gonna, it's this whole exposing of what you truly are is leading up to the judgment of the Lord, man. The Lord is gonna come and actually bring these Edomites out of power and judge them. All right, and they're gonna be going into slavery. All right, like it says, the punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. All right, speaking about the Israelites, the Lord punished us for our iniquity. All right, we went through the slavery, we went through the oppression, and all these different types of evils that came upon us that the Lord punished us for. All right, it says he will no more carry thee away into captivity. So yeah, we're not going to be at the bottom of the nations. We're not going to be looked down upon. We're not going to be seen as, low level or a slave or, all these things that people mock and scoff at us at, for, the longest time. No, but we're going to be redeemed. All right. And we're going to be rulers. But what's going to happen to these other nations? What's going to happen to these Edomites? It says, he will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins. Okay. So the Lord is going to turn judgment upon you. That cup that's going to pass to you is going to be what happened unto us, man, but way worse. All right. That cup being the slavery, that cup being the curses. That's what's going to be coming unto you heathens, man. And especially Edom. These Edomites are going to get it the worst. All right, so I'm going to end it here. I want to say all praises be to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Wahar Kodash. Double honors to the apostles, a great millstone. And to the elect out there, Shalom.